Ever wanted to see a card that made Goblin Thief look competent by comparison? Well, here's Spell Spice Caraway. It's one of the many spell spices used by Curry Fiend Rue Man, Professor Sarter, and, well, it burns the opponent for 200 and you gain 200 life points, so it's sparks that heals you. That's neat. That's also everything about it. That's everything it does. In all seriousness, this card is absolutely terrible. Especially when you look it up that Sarter had to run 3 of them, and mainly as a means to fill up his graveyard for Rue to gain more and more attack. When your only purpose is just to exist in the graveyard, there's something wrong there. At least Infinity Pawn has Card of Desperation Skull Servants to look forward to. Coming up next is a card played by everyone's favorite Joestar, Jesse, Crystal Spring. Crystal Spring is a continuous spell that says that when a Crystal Beast monster you control is returned from the field to the deck, place that card and 2 other Crystal Beast monsters from your deck on top of your deck in any order. Okay, that's only useful with Cobalt Eagle's effect, and no one runs Cobalt Eagle except for, well, Rainbow Dragon, and that's it, because there are no new Crystal Beasts that could replace them. I guess he's a level 4 wind for Xyz Blaze, but that's besides the point. No matter, because there's no way a modern Crystal Beast deck would make room for a spell that forces you to neg yourself just to stack your deck with Crystal Beasts, like it's Dark Magic Circle. You know, they have 2 Crystal Beast Rhoda spells now. They've been there since LD2, and I guess they've been enjoying them, but have you seen them at regionals? No. Would this help? Absolutely not. So let's say you're in a situation. You have on the field oppressed people running about, and united resistance. Well, first off, why are you running the card I'm going to bring up instead of just 3 Huge Revolution? But you have 2 options for this deck that are set. First is a Solemn-like counter trap for any summon, but you need those 3 monsters up on the field while the other is a Solemn Strike. If you pick door number 2, then congrats, you have a brain. Behind door number 1, however, is the trap Perfect Counter Code 123. That is anything but perfect. Basically, it's, as I said, you get a Solemn for any summon without paying life points. Stipulation is that you need to control exactly 3 face-up monsters whose levels are 1, 2, and 3, and no other monsters. If that sounds needlessly complicated and stupid to try and use, it is, don't worry. Who gifted this card to us as fans? Osamu did, and you probably don't remember him. He was Jaden's childhood friend who played a low-level zombie deck against Jaden. He was the first victim to Yubel, because he accidentally insulted her in the sub, and then called Jaden crazy in the dub, and, well, that happened, I guess. Yubel is, a little thin-skinned, it appears. Ever wanted to blow yourself up without hurting the opponent? Well, first off, don't be frightened to just run Interrupted Kaiju Slumber or Darkhold, but secondly, don't do it by using Bizarre Sacrifice. Sacrifice is a normal spell from the Zexal manga used by Ira, the main boss of the Zexal manga, in case you didn't know, for a combo to make Shadows of Yuma and Kite Xyz monsters, Utopia the Lightning, and Bahamut Shark, before using an equipped spell for pretty much the same purpose. I don't know what this means. I read it off the wiki. Please someone explain, because I refuse to actually read the manga for this. Anyway, Bizarre Sacrifice is literally a Raigeki for only your side of the field. That's it. It's like Thunder Crash that does less, but I guess you can use it with Yang Zings and they won't miss timing. Yay! There's nothing more to really say about it. It's a bland spell from the Zexal manga, and it just kinda led to Yuma going, huh, why'd you do that? And Ira going, anyone here play a Penguin deck? Who are the little billies? Who are the billies in the audience? Alright, I see no hands raised up. Guess no one else does, and that's a shame because, you know, you can play Note Penguin and Nightmare Penguin and, you know, Penguin Knight. What's his name? The flip dude? Penguin Soldier, that's who it is, Penguin Soldier. However, what penguins do not need is to learn how to wield swords like, those pretty dudes from Disgaea. Those guys blow up and no one likes to see a cute penguin go boom. Penguin Sword is an equipped spell used by Crump, and all it does is give a penguin monster you control, 800 attack. Can we talk about the fact that, bland DM-era equipped spells exist? Yes, but for the archetype of penguins. I love it, and it's never going to be played in anything. This is possibly the most mindfuck hidden armory target that you could imagine. Next is a trap I deemed the worst trap in the anime back then, but in the circle of a collective, it is nothing more than a single in a group. Welcome back, Ancient Sunshine. Used by Luna in 5D, Sunshine needs you to control Regulus and banish Ancient Fairy Dragon from the extra deck or graveyard to burn for 2100 and then nuke everything on your board. To put a cherry on that sundae, you can't attack that turn. Wonderful. Putting aside the obvious that Ancient Fairy Dragon is banned, why would you banish such a really good synchro? I mean, you know how it's good? It's banned. That should probably be a good sign. Just to burn for 2100 and have a self-nuke? Oh, but it's 2100 burn. That's a lot of burn. Okay. Cool. Have you ever heard of Secret Barrel, Secret Blast, Wave Motion Cannon, or Ceasefire? Or Just Desserts, which burn just as much. Oh, but those, you know, you have to do things for that. Yeah, but those things don't involve normal summon Regulus and then destroy your entire board. There's kind of a reason for that. You can claim that, you know, you don't need Ancient Fairy Dragon, because you can just burn the opponent for game if they're at 2100 or below. But there are so many things better. You don't need to summon Regulus and have this be the last-ditch effort. Just don't do that. Maybe have Ancient Fairy Dragon in a good traditional deck and just run burn in burn. Isn't that a wonderful concept? Have you ever wanted to activate a quick play spell from hand during the opponent's turn, but Konami says no? Well, that's what Lightning Quick is for. It's a card, I'll tell you that. Lightning Quick is a normal trap with the only effect that lets you activate a quick play spell from hand. Okay. Have you ever considered setting the spell? I don't get why you would do this. Just to, like, hope for lack of disruption, I guess? Is that what we're going for? Just set it in main phase 2. I don't get why you wouldn't. You can be a wise guy, run the meme and a half Ebon High Magician. Use it from hand, or just... I don't know what you're supposed to do with this. It's like a card that says you can normal summon once this turn. Okay. What a great card. There's not much else I can really say about this. Goodbye. Volcanic Ash was used by Axel Brody, Mr. Gun Dual Disc Man, and all it does is be a block attack in trap form. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Lackluster trap. It doesn't do anything for its archetype. Looks pretty cool. And that's it. God, these cards are boring. You ever play Jack in the Box? I'm not even doing the intro bit. It's fucking 200 damage, and that's it on a trap. It is called Boxing Glove Trap. Don't play it. It's Trap Sparks. Moving the fuck on to number 1. This is another water-themed card. Remember worse cards too? Yep. I feel like this one's even worse. It's Curse Waters level 3. A normal trap that lets you normal summon a level 3 or lower monster in addition to your normal summoner set if you control Umi. Okay, so it's a bad circumstantial double summon. Okay, but what's the problem there? Well, it's a trap, so it's already just really bad. Second, you need Umi or one of the Umi field spells, and I don't think Phantasm Spiral is looking for a card to be an extra summon for their own place given they are level 4s without Legendary Ocean, which you never want for that deck anyway. And third, it's only for level 3 or lower monsters, so while it has some use for the Predaplant Engine things, you're wasting card space and the like for it when a simple Predaplant Engine is all you need for another normal summon. Hence why this is deserving the final spot on the list. It needs like 4 separate things. 4 separate things to be aligned for it, and 4 separate things to not exist in the game that are significantly better than everything that this is trying to do.